Hey Steve Jumper, welcome back to the stream. Great to see you return just in time for some high-speed AI racing action. Get ready for some intense car battles. If I had to pick one of these cars to win a race on the Dover International Speedway circuit, I'd probably go with the 2011 Toyota Tundra. It's a truck designed for durability and stability, which might give it a slight edge on such a demanding and fast-paced track. The Chevrolet Silverado and Dodge Ram are also solid, but they're more about strength and utility than speed on a circuit like Dover. So I'd put my money on the Toyota Tundra, making those tight turns and high-speed straights a bit more convincingly. Oh wow! This is quite the matchup. Both of these trucks are from 2011, so they're practically vintage at this point. Ogsworthy in the Toyota Tundra might have the edge, with its reputation for reliability and balanced performance. On the other hand, a Hevixemes Dodge Ram could surprise us with some raw power, and probably a bold approach. But let's be honest, at Dover Speedway, it's not just about the truck, it's about who can handle those sharp turns and maintain speed without eating too much asphalt. Honestly, I'd lean towards Ogsworthy in the Tundra, considering its smoother handling and maybe a bit more agility on the track. Still, the Ram could throw in a curveball if it gets some traction. So, my bet is on Ogsworthy, but don't count out the Ram just yet. This race is going to be interesting to watch. Alright folks, the race has kicked off at Dover International Speedway, and leading the pack is the Botany Texan in a 2011 Chevrolet. Looks like they're feeling confident out there. Let's see if they can hold that pole position. Jmagi Cut has taken the lead right out of the gate. Nonstop Westor 2 is holding strong in second place. Wow CB is sitting comfortably in third, not giving up just yet. Kyroscope is on the move, climbing 4 spots to reach 23rd place. Frago has gained 1 position to sit in 4th. Rumi is 13. And Frago are nose to tail fighting for that 4th spot. Neo Texum is on a roll, taking the lead. Latinumera and Detoxins are not far behind, both climbing through the pack. Looks like a 3-way battle for the top. Abetobloke and Detoxins are nose to tail for 3rd place. When he taps Symbonxius, just gained 1 spot and is now in 5th. Dongertsanther 3 and Resnapalm 6 are fighting hard for 6th. Rusnapalm 6 just overtook someone to take 5th place. Rusnapalm 6 and a batter bloke are nose to nose for 4th. Dongertsanther 3 is climbing up to 6th. Rusnapalm 6 is climbing to 4th place. When Tiang Tapsumbongix is also moving up to 6th. When Yi Tapsumbongix and a better bloke are neck and neck for 5th. A better bloke and Rusnapalm 6 are nose to tail for 4th place. Dongertsanther 3 is climbing up to 6th. Lithocarp and King Malcolmarx are locked in a fierce fight for 8th. Forty Afro and Lithocarp are neck and neck for 9th place. Connor Malady and Forty Afro are fighting it out for 10th. 8th Plasm and Down Toquest are locked in a close duel for 12th. Rusnapalm 6 is holding on to 3rd place, but Detoxins is right on his tail. When he taps Mbongdi Sands and Dongerzon 3 are trading positions in their close fight for 6th. Lithocarp and King Malcolmarx are neck and neck for 8th, no room for error. Rusnapalm 6 just snuck into 3rd place, leaving the others in the dust. Forty Afro and Lithocarp are nose to nose for 9th. Looks like a photo finish coming up. Connor Malady and Forty Afro are also locked in a close fight for 10th. No room for error there. Detoxins is climbing up to 3rd place now. Rusnapalm 6 and Detoxins are nose to tail for that spot. Wenti Tapsumbong 6 and Dongerzon 3 are also locked in a close fight for 6th. Wow! Neotexum really pulled off an impressive victory. Congratulations! They must have had the perfect strategy, or maybe just a little bit of luck, but either way, they deserve the win. Great driving, even if it was by machine. If I had to pick one of these cars to win a race on the Knockhill circuit, I'd probably go with the 2014 Norma M20FC. It sounds like a serious race beast with a name that screams speed and precision. The Norma M20FC is known for its track prowess and aerodynamic efficiency, which should give it an edge on a twisty and challenging circuit, like Knockhill. The Regal SR3s are usually pretty quick too, but I think the Norma's combination of power and handling might just give it the slight advantage needed to come out on top. Hey everyone, time is almost up. Make your picks before it's too late or you'll be stuck with whatever the AI decided for you. Hurry up and choose your champion. Alright, let's break this down. Queen Monda's got that classic 1996 Osella PA20 BMW, which is more vintage charm than modern speed. It might have some quirks, but probably not the top of the pack for this race. On the other hand, Amy's in a 2009 Yo concept, Funio 4RC, which sounds more like a nimble little thing built for fun, but possibly with a slight edge in handling and agility. Considering the cars and the track at Knockhill, which is known for its twists and turns, I'd lean towards Amy's Funio being a bit more agile and better suited for those sharp corners. So I think Amy might just take this one. But hey, with AI racing, anything can happen. Go up and let's see who crosses the finish line first. Alright folks, the race kicks off at Knockhill and leading the pack is Ultralight's bot Tyler Drums 31 in the Classic 25 Radical SR3. Let's see if they can hold on to that pole position, or if the bots have other plans. It's their pair is leading the pack, holding the front spot. Tyler Drums 31 is right behind in second place, not giving up just yet. Maricus is in third, trying to keep up with the leaders. Maldox FTF just overtook someone to climb to 8th place. Amy and Maldox FCFEF are nose to nose for that spot. Lithocarp and Double are locked in a close fight for 10th. Exception is really dropping back now, down 6 places to 18. Steve Jumper and Lotusos are nose to tail for 5th. Grampierf is climbing nicely, gaining 2 spots to 12th. Kilo Juliet Delta is driving a 2006 seat Toledo. They're currently in the 18th spot, so it looks like they're struggling to keep up with the leaders. Akvai is in the 15th place driving a 2006 Alfa Romeo 156 Prat. Looks like they're struggling a bit, sitting behind several cars and not making much progress. Queen Manda is holding on to 7th, but Amy is right behind in 8th. Looks like a tight battle brewing. Who's going to make the move first? Lotusos is dropping back to 11th place. Maricus is climbing to 2nd. Steve Jumper is advancing to 5th. Lotusos is really having a rough time, dropping 6 places to 17th. Double is climbing up 1 spot to 8th. Lithocarp is also moving up 1 spot to 9th. Frankenbuds is climbing up to 12th place. Akvati is sneaking into 13. Merchican Live is inching into 14. Looks like the pack is tightening up. Amy is driving a 2009 Joe Concept Funio 4RC, which is quite a playful little car. Looks like she's stuck in a bit of a traffic jam, sitting in 8th place with no lap time recorded. Queen Manda just climbed to 5th place. Lotusos is gaining on Kilo Juliet Delta, closing the gap by 2.7 seconds. Maldoxy CF is chipping away at Steve Jumper's lead, closing in by 1.44 seconds. Exception is climbing up one spot, now in 17th. Quingana is driving a 1996 Acela PA20 BMW and is currently in 5th place. She's made a good climb from 7th and is closing in on the top 4. Queen Monda is racing a 1996 Acela PA20 BMW and is currently in 5th place. Looks like she's holding steady but not quite catching the leaders yet. Lotusos just overtook Merchican Live and is now in 14th place. They are still close, so expect some more action soon. The track seems to favor the ultralights with quick lap times, but the WTC cars are struggling to keep up, especially with that Mercedes lagging behind significantly. Wow, looks like its Theraper just took the checkered flag. Clearly, they're the one to beat. Well done. Wow, what a fantastic victory for its Theraper. They've really sped past the competition and claimed the top spot. Congratulations on that epic win. Sure. The 2014 Rebellion R1 is a pretty interesting car because it was built for endurance racing and was actually designed with a lot of input from the Toyota racing team. Fun fact is that it was one of the few cars in its class to feature a hybrid system, which was pretty cutting edge for endurance racing at that time. It's basically the race car equivalent of a multitasking ADHD genius. Alright, we've got Crystal 33 in a 2014 Audi R18 e-tron Quattro, and Connor Malady in a 2015 Rebellion R1. Both are pretty high-tech machines, but the Audi R18 is known for its hybrid system and overall quickness. The Rebellion R1, while competitive, might struggle a bit against the hybrid agility and proven performance of the Audi Duo. So, I'd lean toward Crystal 33 and the Audi taking the win here. But hey, with AI racing, surprises are always just a code update away. Alright folks, the race kicks off at Sebring GT. Leading the pack in pole position is bot Captain Canadian, cruising in a 2015 Audi R18 e-tron Quattro. Let's see if that legendary car can hold on to the lead, or if the others have a surprise up their sleeve. Nox Exodus has shot off the line to take the lead. Captain Canadian is holding strong in second place. Sputnik NZ is sitting in third, trying to keep up but already a bit behind the front runners. Lakaiyu is on a roll, climbing to 14th place after overtaking 3 cars. Beats with Kev is making moves too, jumping 5 spots to 18. Story Forge is gaining ground, moving up 1 to 3rd. And it looks like Story Forge and Captain Canadian are locked in a close fight for 2nd place. Hellskank is making a move, climbing 3 spots to 14. Kufo is inching forward, now in 3rd. Iron Crusoe Wooden Cross is gaining ground, up 2 spots to 6th. Connor Mality is really closing the gap on Iron Crusoe Wooden Cross. Naturally Unlucky just moved up 1 spot to 14. Hellskank and Naturally Unlucky are nose to tail for that same spot. Beats with Kev and Alex Has No Brain are nose to nose for the 16th spot. HP Lootcraft and Beats with Kev are also locked in a close fight for the 17th position. Viswat Ingyo has climbed to 4th place. Cobracol is gaining on Rinnog T4, closing the gap by over a second. Cobracol and Rinnog T4 are nose-to-tail fighting for 9th place. Cobracol just nudged into 9th place. Rinnog T4 and Cobracol still neck and neck for that spot. Kalmetwi and Kaiosify are locked in a close fight for 11th. Kufo and Captain Canadian are neck and neck for 2nd place. Crystal 33 and Connor Malady are locked in a close fight for 7th. Equinox Dvo and Lil Sprout are battling it out for 19th. HP Lootcraft is climbing fast, now in 14th place. Alex Has No Brain is right behind, also making moves up the field. Equinox Stowe is on a tier, overtaking 4 cars and pushing into 16. Beats with Kev is on a tier, climbing from way back to take the lead. Nox Exodus is right on his tail, and they're battling hard for the top spot. Nox Exodus is now in 1st place. Kufo has moved up to 2nd. Captain Canadian is in 3rd. Looks like a tight race at the front. Kaiosify and Kalmetwi are nose to tail for 9th place. Equinox Stowe just gained 1 spot to 15. Tails of Strili is also climbing up to 17. Taylors of Strili and Alex Has No Brain are locked in a close fight for 16. Kaiosify is climbing up to 9th place. Taylors of Strili is making a move to 16. Looks like some early gains. Crystal 33 and Story Forge are nose-to-nose for 5th place. Lil Sprout and Alex Hasnobrain are locked in a fierce fight for 17th. Iron Crystal Wooden Cross is climbing 2 spots to 20th. Captain Canadian is really having a rough time dropping to 16. Latingio is climbing steadily into 3rd. Crystal 33 is making a move up to 4th. Connor Malady is closing in on Story Forge, cutting the gap by 2.1 seconds. Alex Hasnobrain just moved up 1 spot to 16. Rome Spider also gained 1 position, now standing in 17. Crystal 33 is climbing up to 3rd place. Story Forge is closing in on Riswachindio, cutting the gap by nearly 2 seconds. HP Loot Craft is moving up to 12th place. Wow, look at that. Nox Exodus just took the checkered flag. Guess all those practice laps finally paid off. Well done. Wow, Nox Exodus really took the checkered flag, didn't they? Congratulations to them on an impressive victory. They must be feeling pretty good about that win. Great job. Sure. Did you know the 1973 Porsche 911 RS was originally built to comply with homologation rules for racing, but it ended up becoming a legendary street car. It's like Porsche took their race car to the streets and made it street legal, and now it's considered one of the most iconic 911s ever. Not too shabby for a car that was almost a racing secret. Alright everyone, get those final choices in because the clock is ticking. Don't miss out on the chance to pick your favorite racing machine. Time's almost up, so make your move before the race begins. Wow, this is quite the vintage showdown. The Alpine A110 in 1800s is known for its agility and lightness, making it a real nimble contender on a challenging track like Goodwood. On the other hand, the Ford Falcon from 1972 is a beast with some serious muscle, probably packing a lot more weight and raw power. If I had to guess, I'd say Cobber might have the edge with the Alpine's handling finesse around tight corners. But don't count out RAF 92's Ford Falcon. If it gets a good run on the straight bits, it could really leave a dust trail. So, I'm leaning toward the Alpine for a win, but with these classic cars, anything could happen. Alright folks, the race kicks off at Goodwood with bot dude Smokey Blunt in the pole position, riding a classic 1967 Toyota 2000 GT. Let's see if that vintage beauty can hold off the competition. Its Bumblebee has shot off the line to take the lead. Lilac is holding strong in second place. Dude Smokey Blunt is currently in third, trying to keep up. Cobber is climbing to fourth place. X Ragnarux is now in seventh. Miragutsu has moved into ninth. Lilac and its Bumblebee are neck and neck for first place. Cobber and Dude Smokey Blunt are also locked in a close fight for third. Sakurai TV is climbing up to ninth position. Skex's Bayo preys on a tier, overtaking 22 cars to take the lead. Its Bumblebee and Skex's Beaupré are nose-to-nose for first place. Dude Smokey Blunt and Lilac are locked in a close fight for third. Wayne Bretsky is on a roll, climbing up to fourth place after overtaking 3 cars. Its Bumblebee is holding strong at first while Lilac just nudged into second. Looks like a tight battle for the top spots. Cobber is gaining on Lilac, closing the gap by 1 second. TPKA has moved up 1 spot to 13. Its Sarura and Queen Manda are locked in a close fight for 16th place. Cobber is climbing fast to take the lead. Its Bumblebee and Cobber are nose-to-nose for first place. RAF 92 is making a move to fifth. Lilac and its Bumblebee are neck and neck for second place. Sakurai TV and Dude Smokey Blunt are fighting hard for 7th. Its Soror is climbing 2 spots to 14. Wayne Bretsky is climbing up to 3rd place. Lilac and Wayne Bretsky are nose-to-nose for 3rd. Kyroscope is making a move to 15th. Platigami is climbing 1 spot to 16. Nyaleto Tep 98 also moving up 1 to 18. Quimanda and Nyarlathot Tep 98 are nose-to-nose for 18th place. Wayne Bretsky just overtook someone to take 2nd place. Lilac is also climbing up, now in 3rd. Looks like Lin Lilac and its Bumblebee are nose to nose for that third spot. Nergutsu is climbing to 10th place. Kyroscope is making a move to 14th. Queen Manda is inching up to 18th. Its Saror just gained 1 spot, and is now in 14th place. Isasikswitch and Queen Manda are nose to nose for 18th. Unstabil is also climbing up to 20th. TPKPA and James Misk are neck and neck for 12th place. Ixbasikswitch and Queen Manda are locked in a close fight for 18th. Cobus Alpine A 110. 18 Anzids is leading comfortably, showing strong consistency with the fastest lap so far. Looks like they're enjoying a smooth run at the front. Nergutsu and Dudes Mokia Blunt are nose to nose for 9th place. Yee Seeds Bits is climbing up to 18. Wrath 92 is climbing up to 4th place. Zugsterkat is closing in on X Ragnaroks, cutting the gap by a second and a half. Nergutsu is also moving up to 10th place. X Ragnaroks is climbing up to 5th place. Lisa Shibi is also moving up to 10th but is in a close fight with Dude Smoky Blunt. Dude Smoky Blunt just sneaked into the top 10. Lisa Shibi is right on his tail, so this could get interesting. Dude Smoky Blunt is trying to hold on to that 10th place, but Lisa Shibi is closing in fast. Looks like a little push for that spot. Skeggs' Though Pre is driving a 1971 Lotus Elwyn Sprint type. Their race looks like a non-starter or a glitch because their lap time is listed as 99 minutes and 99 seconds, which is clearly not real. Well, look at Carver go. Clearly the fastest one on the track today. Nice job winning that race. Wow. Cobber really took that win, didn't they? Congratulations. Looks like all that effort paid off. Can't wait to see how they do in the next race. If I had to pick one of these cars, I'd probably go with the 1995 BMW M3 GT R Evo. It's known for its balanced handling and solid performance on twisty circuits like Clark International Speedway. The Alfa Romeo 155T IV6 looks sporty but might lack the raw power or agility needed here. The Mercedes 190e Evo 2 is a classic, but it's a bit older and less aggressive than the BMW O2. The Mercedes C180 DTM is probably too underpowered for a track like this, and the Opel Calibre DTM might be fun but not quite as refined or quick as the BMW Evo. So, my money's on the BMW to take the checkered flag. Alright, with both of them being a mystery, I'd say it's a classic case of the unknowns fighting it out. The Mercedes 190e Evo 2 is a pretty capable car, but without any info on their skills or racing style, it's a toss-up. If I had to take a wild guess, I'd probably put my money on Nox Exodus, just because the name sounds like they could be an experienced racer hiding their skills behind a mysterious alias. But honestly, anyone could take this one. We're just here to watch some cars go vroom. Alright folks, looks like Botnazer Starks is kicking things off from pole position in the Retro DTM class, steering the classic 1996 Alfa Romeo 155 TIV6. Let's see if she can hold on to that lead, or if the competition will surprise us. Stay tuned. Ixerope Starks is leading the race. Rummyfist 13 is right behind in second, and Squatbender is holding on to third. Looks like a tight start. Rome Spider and Vinha 17 are neck and neck for 6th place. Toadette and Basketon TV are locked in a close fight for 8th. Gary 710 is climbing fast, jumping 2 spots to 10th. Rummyfist 13 just took the lead from Miserable Starks. Looks like a close fight for the top spot. Roman Spider is climbing up to 6, and he's right behind DJ Lone Wolf now. The battle for 5th is heating up. Rome Spider is on a roll, climbing 3 spots to 3rd place. Rummyfist 13 is having a rough time, dropping 28 positions to 29th. Nid-Zero Oak Starks is holding strong at the front, just 1 spot ahead in 1st. Nox Exodus is climbing up to 12th place. They Hyper 7 and Caruvanen are still nose to nose for 18th. Plebis 3 is making a move to 24. Toadette and Gary 710 are nose to nose for 8th place. Shikamaru is climbing up to 15. The Hyper 7 is inching into 18th. They Hyper 7 and Necrophantasm are locked in a close fight for 17th. Toadette and Gary 17 are nose to nose for 8th place. They per 7 just snuck into 17th, climbing up one spot. Toadette just overtook someone to claim 8th place. Nox Exodus is climbing up to 11th. Sakurai TV and Nox Exodus are nose to nose for the 11th spot. Nox Exodus is climbing to 10th place. Ice is making a move to 13th. Kingrut is closing the gap on BioArt, now just over a second behind. BioArt and Ice are locked in a close fight for 13th place. Plebis 3 just gained one spot and is now in 24th. Cheese in the Shower and Plebis 3 are also battling it out for 24th. Kingrut just overtook BioArt for the 14th place. Looks like they're neck and neck, battling for that spot. Nox Exodus is driving a Mercedes 190e Evo 2, starting in 10th place. Looks like they're holding steady but not making any big moves yet. Squat Bender is driving a 1994 Mercedes C180 DTM. They're currently in 2nd place, so their race looks smooth and steady so far. Basket and V is climbing up to 6th place. Vina 17 and Basket and V are neck and neck for 6th. BioArt and Ice are locked in a close fight for 13th. Room Spider and Squat Bender are nose to tail for 2nd place. Vina 17 is climbing up 2 spots to 5th. Gary 710 and Toadette are locked in a close fight for 8th. K-Krish is really having a rough time dropping to 29th place. Vina 17 is climbing steadily into 4th. Joan Wolf is also making moves into 5th. Looks like a tight battle behind the leaders. Kingrut just gained one spot and is now in 12th place. Ice and Kingrut are nose to nose for that position. Plebis 3 is climbing 2 spots and is now in 21st place. The Hyper 7 just overtook someone to move into 13th place. Ice and the Hyper 7 are nose to nose for that spot. Cheese in Dashawa and Dr. Keep Sakaway are locked in a close fight for 24. Kingrut and Sakurai TV are locked in a fierce scrap for 11th place. Necrophantasm just nudged up to 15. Rumia Fist Tier Team is closing the gap on Dijamikat, cutting it down by almost 2 seconds. Wow, Miserable Starks really sped past everyone. Congratulations on the win. You must be feeling like a true champion now. Wow, Miserable Starks really pulled it off. Great job leading the pack and crossing the finish line first. That was some impressive driving, even if it's all just lines of code. Congrats on the win, you've definitely earned it. Sure. A fun fact about the 1930 Grand Prix racing cars is that they were some of the first to really push the boundaries of speed and engineering. They often used supercharged engines to boost performance, but at the same time, they could be a bit unpredictable and temperamental. It's like they knew they were doing something revolutionary, but sometimes decided to keep it interesting by throwing in a few surprises on race day. Oh wow, this is like a vintage showdown straight out of a history book. Diroc Official is behind the wheel of a 1937 Alfa Romeo 12C, which I bet has some serious style and a touch of elegance. On the other hand, Manameister 21 is racing a 1938 Maserati 8 CTF, known for its raw power and racing pedigree. Considering the car's specs, the Alfa might have the edge in handling, but the Maserati's straight-line speed could give it an advantage on the straights here at Brno. I'd say it's a close call, but my money's on the Maserati. It's just got that extra bit of muscle that might push it ahead in this vintage duel. Alright everyone. The race kicks off at Brno with bot HP Lootcraft leading in the Grand Prix 1930 class. They're racing a vintage 1937 Mercedes-Benz W125. Looks like a blast from the past on that pole. HP Lootcraft has taken an early lead, followed closely by Amchabu Panda in second place. Rajaba 302 is currently in third, trying to keep up with the front runners. Buckyboard is on a roll, climbing to fourth place after overtaking 3 cars. Alex Asnobrin is making a charge, moving up 4 spots to 12. Yunus Gottlieds is also gaining ground, overtaking 4 cars to land in 15th. Donderzon 3 is climbing up to 4th place. Buckyboard and Donderzon 3 are nose-to-tail fighting for that spot. Athena CNC is inching up to 12th. Buckyboard and Donderzon 3 are neck and neck for 4th place. Mina Meister 21 and Diroc Official are locked in a close fight for 9th. Athena CNC is climbing up to 11th place. Yamchabi Panda and HP Lootcraft are nose-to-tail fighting for 2nd place. Buckyboard just sneaked into 4th. Nederup Starks is climbing up to 6th, inching closer to the top. Buckyboard just overtook someone to climb into 3rd place. Yamchabi Panda and Buckybird are nose-to-tail, battling hard for 3rd. Nederup Starks and Donderzon 3 are also locked in a close fight for 5th. Paparazzi is climbing 2 spots to 5th place. Donuts on 3 and Papa KC are nose to nose for 5th. Catgirl TM is advancing 1 spot to 8th. Donuts on 3 is climbing up to 5th place now. Papa KC and Dongers on 3 are nose to nose, fighting for 5th. Trash Crashton is making a move and is now in the 12th position. Papa KC is climbing to 5th place. Catgirl TM is now in 7th. Yuna's Got to Leads is inching into 10th. Cheryl Roses is making a wild charge to the front, overtaking 20 cars to take the lead. Rajabear 302 and Cheryl Roses are nose to nose in a fierce fight for the top spot. Catgirl TM and Menyorob Stocks are locked in a close duel for 8th place. HP Lootcraft is climbing up to 2nd place. Cheryl Roses and Lootcraft are nose to nose for the lead. Buckybud is sneaking into 3rd, inching closer. HP Lootcraft is now in 1st place. Buckybird has moved into 2nd. Paparazzi climbs into 3rd. The top 3 are really swapping positions today. Papa KC is now in 2nd place, climbing up 1 spot. Buckybird and Papa KC are nose to nose, fighting for 2nd. Donuts on 3 and Zero Starks are locked in a close duel for 6th. Buckybird and Papa KC are nose to tail for 2nd place. Catgirl TM is climbing fast, now in 7th. Donuts on the 3 and Catgirl TM are fighting hard for 7th. Rafael is driving a Mercedes-Benz W154, currently in 18th place. The race seems tough for them as they haven't posted a fastest lap yet, and are quite a few positions behind the leader. Catgirl TM just overtook Mezerob Starks for 6th place. Trash Crashton is closing in on the top 10, moving up to 8. The battle for 6th is heating up, with Catgirl TM and Mezerob Starks neck and neck. Rajabat 302 and Yam Chubby Panda are nose to tail for 4th place. Trash Crashton just gained 1 spot and is now 7th. Yuna's Got to Leads is also climbing, moving up to 9th. Roger Bar 302 is climbing up to 4th place. Yam Chubby Panda and Roger Bar 302 are nose to nose for that spot. Minamai Style at 21 and Dongdazon 3 are battling hard for 10th. Mina My Style 21 is climbing to 10th place. Yuna's Got to Leads and Mina My Style 21 are nose to nose for 9th. Dirok Official is also on the move, now 11th. Catgirl TM and Yam Chubby Panda are locked in a fierce fight for 5th place. Mina My Style 21 is climbing up to 9th. Donuts on 3 is sneaking into 11th. Donuts on 3 is really having a tough time dropping back to the 18th place. Catgirl TM is climbing steadily into 5th. Mina My Style at 21 is making a move into 7th. Wow. HP Lootcraft really pulled off a surprise victory. Guess they were saving the best for last. Well done. Wow. Looks like HP Lootcraft really took the checkered flag today. Congratulations on the win. You drove that AI car like a champ. I guess all that practice paid off. Alright, here's a fun fact for you all. The Batangas racing circuit is known for its wild elevation changes and tight corners that make even the most skilled drivers sweat a little. It's like the roller coaster of racing tracks but without the long lines. And surprisingly, it was originally built just for local racing events, but now has become a favorite for racers looking for a serious challenge. So, every lap here is basically a roller coaster ride for your car. Wow, this is a real mystery race. With both drivers being a complete enigma, it's a classic case of who's luckier today. Since we don't know their skills or experience, I'd probably just flip a coin, or go with my gut, and say maybe the one with the cooler username might have the edge. But hey, in the end, it's all about the race today. Who do you think has the edge considering neither has a track record here? Alright everyone, the race kicks off at Batangas Racing Circuit, and our front runner is the Bot Esteban Games in a 2014 Delara IL-15, sitting pretty on pole. Let's see if they keep that lead or if the others catch up. Esteban Games has taken an early lead. Aerotech is right behind in second, and Mermudar is holding on to third. Looks like a tight start. Die Fitzerts and Rud 3 Boy Gaming Studios are nose to tail for 7th place. Clearly Gaming has gained 1 spot and is now in 10th. Clearly Gaming and 2 Peas and a Podcast are also fighting for 9th, just inches apart. Clearly Gaming just climbed 1 spot to 9th place. Waldo also moved up 1 spot to 13th. Famaka is now in 15th after a small boost. Rowdy Zerolf is currently in the last place, starting from the 21st position. Their car is a 2014 AL15, just like everyone else. Looks like they're struggling to move up, maybe just enjoying the scenery at this point. Memuidar is currently in 3rd place, driving a 2014 IL15. Looks like they're holding steady but not making any big moves yet. Dr. Monkey 13 is in 13th place, starting from the 13th position. Their car is a 2014 IL15, just like everyone else. Looks like they're holding steady but not making any moves yet. The Indy Lights cars are evenly matched, so the track at Batangas is likely favoring driver skill over car differences, keeping the race tight and competitive. The Indy Lights cars at Batangas seem evenly matched, with no clear speed gaps. The tight pack suggests the track's technical layout is keeping everyone close, making overtakes tricky and race positions pretty fluid. Defitz is running in 8th place, with a fastest lap of 1:24.25. Looks like they're holding steady but not quite challenging the leaders. Estevan Games is leading in the Indy Lights with a 2014 IL15 tool. They're setting the pace with the fastest lap of the race so far. Looks like they're in control and pushing hard. Unknown Tactics is on a roll, climbing 3 places to 8th. Defeds just nudged into 7th. Gmaxii is inching forward, now in 12th. Dr. Monkey 13 is on a roll, climbing 3 spots to 12 in ET. 2 Peas and a Podcast is making moves, now in 8th place. Gmax8 is closing the gap on Unclearly Gaming, shaving off 1.6 seconds. Things are heating up. Wow, looks like someone just proved they're the fastest on the track. Congrats on the win. Wow. Estevan Games really pulled through and took the win. Great job. Looks like all that virtual horsepower paid off. Can't wait to see what you do in the next race. If I had to pick one of these cars to win a race on the Virginia International Patriot Circuit, I'd probably go with the Ferrari F40. It's got that perfect blend of speed and agility from the era, and let's be honest, it's basically the supermodel of the racing world. The Roof CTR Yellowbird and the Ferrari 308 GTS are close contenders, but the 40 just has that extra edge when it comes to raw power and track presence. The Buick GNX might surprise some people, but on a track like this, I think it's more about style and speed, and the 40 definitely wins in that department. Alright everyone, if you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time. The countdown is almost up, so get those choices in before they take off without you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Alright, everyone, the race kicks off at the Virginia International Patriot Track. DTV Steve Jumper is starting on pole with a 1987 Ferrari F40. Let's see if that vintage beast can hold its lead, or if the newer cars will storm ahead. Steve Jumper has taken an early lead. Trifaninity 3 is right behind in second place. Eddie Lee is holding on to third but expects some action soon. The retro street cars are showing their age, but still holding their own on this track. The mix of classic power and handling seems to be keeping things interesting, with the Yellowbird and Ferrari leading the charge. Merchican Live just sneaked into third place. Athena CNC and Idielev are nose-to-tail fighting for fourth. The retro street cars are showing their age but still holding strong, probably due to the track favoring their classic handling. The Virginia International Patriot seems to be a battleground for the old school versus the new, with the Yellowbirds and Ferraris fighting for dominance. The track's tight corners seem to favor the classic cars with sharp handling, helping the top contenders hold their positions. The retro street cars are showing their age but still holding their own on this track. The Virginia International Patriot seems to favor classic speed and handling, keeping the top spots competitive. Merchican Live is driving a 1987 Rough CTR Yellowbird, which is known for its impressive speed and handling. They're currently in 3rd place, moving up from 5th, so they're making a nice climb. Atina CNC is driving a 1986 Ferrari 308 GTS. They're currently in 6th place, so not quite in the hunt but still hanging in there. Idealive is driving a 1978 BMW M1, known for its sleek design and mid-engine layout. Looks like their race is a bit slow so far, stuck in 5th place and not matching their fastest lap. The vintage supercars are showing their age with some slower lap times, especially the BMW M1 and Ferrari 308 GTS struggling to keep up. The track's probably favoring the more agile and powerful models like the Ferrari F40 and Roof CTR Yellowbird. Steve Jumper is leading in a classic Ferrari F40, known for its raw power and iconic design. Looks like he's got a comfortable gap at the moment, but the race is far from over. The track's favoring those with sharp handling and quick acceleration. The top 3 are all quick off the line and maintaining their pace, while the slower lap times for the BMW and Ferrari suggest tricky corners or less grip. Trifanina T3 is driving a Yellowbird, a classic rough TTR known for its speed and agility. Looks like they're holding 2nd place but not pulling away too much from the leader. The track seems to favor the classic speed of the Ferrari F40 and the rough Yellowbirds, keeping them at the front. The tighter corners might be slowing down the older BMW and Buick, letting the Yellowbird stay close. Eddie is driving a 1978 BMW M1, which is a classic, but seems to be struggling a bit with its lap times. Looks like he's holding on to 4th place for now, but he's got some ground to make up. Uskserot is driving a 1987 Buick GNX, known for its turbocharged V6 and street performance. Looks like they're holding steady in the 6th spot, not quite challenging for the lead, but staying in the mix. Steve Jumper is leading in a classic Ferrari F40, a beast known for its raw speed and iconic design. Looks like he's holding a comfortable lead so far, but the race is far from over. Merchican Live is driving a Yellowbird that started in 5th and is now in 3rd. Looks like they're making some moves but still a bit behind the leaders. Merchican Live is driving a Yellowbird that started 5th and is now in 3rd. Looks like they're making a move, but their fastest lap is a bit slower than the leaders. Atina CNC is driving a 1986 Ferrari 308 GTS, a classic that's more style than speed. Looks like she's holding steady in 6th place, not quite catching the leaders but not falling behind either. Wow, Steve Jumper took the win. Looks like all that jumping paid off. Congrats on the victory. Wow, Steve Jumper really pulled it off. Congratulations on winning the race and snagging the fastest lap. That's impressive. You definitely earned that sleek 1987 Ferrari F40. It's a true classic for a reason. Great job out there. For this track, I would focus mostly on handling and cornering performance. Since it's a reverse layout of Lago Maggiore GP, the tight turns and technical sections will demand a car that can stick to the road and maneuver smoothly. Acceleration and top speed are still important, but getting through those sharp bends quickly will make a big difference. I'd say a car with responsive steering and good grip will have the edge here. Alright everyone, time's almost up. Make your picks before the countdown ends, or you'll be stuck with whatever the AI decided for you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Ooh, this is a throwback showdown. Lord Crispy with the Surtees TS19 or Jaguar Wanda with the McLaren M26. Both classic choices from the same era but quite different in style and performance. And the Surtees was known for its agility and tricky handling, perfect for a tight reverse layout. The McLaren M26, on the other hand, was a bit more refined with better aerodynamics and stability. If I had to pick based purely on the cars and their characteristics, I'd say Jaguar Wanda might have a slight edge with the McLaren's balance and stability. But with AI behind the wheel, who knows? They could both surprise us, bouncing off walls or pulling off crazy overtakes. I'm just here for the chaos and glory. Alright folks, the race kicks off at the Autodromo Lago Maggiore, GP Reverse. Leading the pack from the very start is Bot Beats with Kev, in a classic 1976 Tyrrell 07. Let's see if he can hold on to that pole position, or if the AI will have other plans. Beats with Cave has shot off the line to take the lead. Dev Factor is hot on his tail in second. Necrophantasm is holding steady in third, but expect some fireworks soon. Jaguar Wanda is on the move, climbing up to 4th place after overtaking 3 cars. Violetta Mama is making a strong push, moving up 5 spots to 23rd. Agrids 34 is also gaining ground, overtaking 4 cars to reach 26th. Trash Crashton advances to 10th place. Aethaplasm climbs to 13th place. Iron Cross Orban Cross and Aethaplasm are nose to nose for 13th. Oaksworthy just overtook someone and is now in second place. Ya boy Rwanda is also climbing up and is now in third. Gary 710 and Relaxed View are neck and neck for 6th place. Looks like a photo finish coming up. Lord Zekritzby is making a charge up to 5th place. Velocito 14 is right behind, climbing to 6th after overtaking 4 cars. Pumpkin Worry is also on the move, jumping up 4 spots to 12th. Egreets 34 is on a roll, moving up 4 spots to take 26th place. Iron Cross, a Wooden Cross, and Mr. Rosh are nose to tail fighting for 10th. Ablaze and Detoxins are also close in the fight for 18th. Shotskis is climbing 2 spots to take the 18th position. Max Beerley is moving up 1 spot to take the 20th position. Detoxins and Max Beerley are locked in a close fight for 20th place. Shotskis and Rumifas 13 are neck and neck for 17th place. Looks Ravenous is chipping away at Detoxins' lead, closing the gap by over a second. Okinabaka just overtook 1 car and is now in 26th. Beats with Kev just snuck into 7th place. Velocito 14 and Beats with Kev are nose to tail for 6th. Okinabaka is chipping away at Deluxe Combo, closing the gap by a second and a half. Beats with Kev just sneaked into 6th place. Mr. Rosh and X-Basic Switch are neck and neck for 9th. Signor Flip-Flopona Suta 20 is climbing to 12th. Trash Crashton is on fire, climbing to 5th place after overtaking 3 cars. Mr. Rosh is also making moves, grabbing 7th after a similar surge. Bazamic Vint 183 is charging through the pack, now in 12th after overtaking 3 cars. Max Beerley is on a roll, climbing from behind to 3rd place. Violetta Mama and Deluxe Combo are making moves too, both gaining a few spots. Things are heating up in the middle of the pack. Relaxed View is now in 3rd place. Beats with Kith has climbed to 4th. Trash Crashton is in 5th. Looks like the race is heating up. Ablaze is climbing 1 spot to take 17th place. Okinabaka is also moving up 1 spot to 21st. Deluxe Combo and Okinabaka are locked in a close fight for 21st. Oakswell gaining on Defactor, closing the gap by 1 second. Shotskis has moved up 1 spot to 14. Detoxins has also moved up 1 spot to 17. Beats with Kef is climbing up to 3rd place. Velocito 14 is closing in on Mr. Roche, cutting the gap by 2 seconds. Velocito 14 and Mr. Roche are battling it out for 6th place. Mr. Roche is making a move for the podium, overtaking 3 cars in a flash. Senor Flip Flopon 100 and 2020 is also climbing fast, grabbing the 5th spot after a quick pass. Pumpkin of Glory is on the rise, moving up 3 positions to 8. Things are heating up at the front. Wow, Dip Factor just took the checkered flag. Looks like someone's been practicing their victory dance. Sure thing. Did you know that Group 3 racing cars are kind of like the rebellious teenagers of the racing world? They're usually quite stylish, and have a bad boy reputation because they blend the looks of production cars with the power of race cars. It's like giving your grandma's sedan a jet engine and saying, "Go faster." Hey everyone, if you haven't picked your car yet, you better hustle. The clock is ticking down fast. Don't miss your chance to see which AI-powered beast takes the victory. Hey there, everlasting Apex. Welcome back to the stream. Glad you could join us again. We're just about to see some crazy AI cars racing, so strap in and enjoy the show. Wow, those are some classic beauties. It's like the race of vintage legends versus experimental charm. The Simca Rally 2 has a certain quirky agility. But let's be honest, the Jaguar E-Type lightweight is pretty much the superstar of the 60s. It's technically a racing icon. Given that, I'd probably put my chips on Captain Trippy and that sleek Jaguar. But hey, in the world of AI racing, anything can happen. Maybe Xajax has a few tricks up its sleeve. We'll see who hits the finish line first. Alright everyone, the race at Sonoma Indy is underway. and leading the pack is bought RAF 92 in a classic 1962 Jaguar Mark II. Looks like a vintage beast is setting the pace. RAF 92 has shot off the line into the lead. Plati Numera is holding second, trying to keep up. Simple Markers is in third, but expect that to change soon. Plat Numera takes the lead and is now in first place. Simple Markers climbs to second. Everlasting Epics and Captain Trippy are nose to nose for sixth. Ixajax is now in fourth place, climbing one spot. And Pondon has also moved up one spot to 9. The Grand Enchanter and Pondon are nose to nose for 9th place. Ixajax and RAF 92 are nose to tail for 3rd place. Everlasting Apex has gained one spot and is now in 6th. Everlasting Apex and Tangadaki DTV are fighting hard for 5th. Ixajax just snuck into 3rd place. Everlasting Apex and Tangadaki DTV are nose to nose for 5th. Pongdan and Vagrant Enchanter are locked in a fierce fight for 9th. Everlasting Apex and Tangadaki DTV are nose to nose for 5th place. Pondon just sneaked into the top 10, climbing one spot. Steve Jumper's on the move, gaining 2 positions to sit in 10th. Captain Trippy advances to 6th place. Tangadaki DTV and Captain Trippy are nose to nose for 5th. Pondon climbs to 8th. RAF 92 is closing in on Ixajax quickly, cutting the gap by 1.5 seconds. Captain Trippy has gained a spot and is now in 5th. Maya is climbing 2 spots and is now in 7th. The battle for 6th is heating up between Maya and Tangadaki TTV, both neck and neck. Captain Trippy just sneaked into 4th place. Maya and Tangadaki TTV are nose to nose for 6th. Steve Jumper and Everlasting Apex are locked in a close fight for 8th. Maya is closing in on the top 4. Neotexum and Steve Jumper are neck and neck for 9th place. Steve Jumper is climbing up to 8th place. Gemaster Tigama 9000 is inching closer to the top 12. The battle between Steve Jumper and Everlasting Apex for 8th place is heating up. Ixajax is closing in on Simple Markers, cutting the gap by 1.5 seconds. Tangadaki TTV has climbed 1 spot to sit in 6th. Gemaster Tigama 9000 has moved up 2 spots and is now in 10th. Simple Markers just took the lead, claiming 1st place. Everlasting Apex climbed up to 7th. Gemaster Tigama 9000 Steve Jumper are nose to nose for 9th. Maya is gaining on Captain Trippy, closing the gap to just over 1.5 seconds. Gemaster Tigama 9000 Steve Jumper are locked in a fierce fight for 9th place. Neotexum is hot on G-Master the Gamer 9000's heels, cutting the distance by a second and a half. Ixajax is closing in on Platinumera, cutting the gap by 1 second. Neotexum is climbing 2 spots to take 9th place. Neotexum and Wrath 92 are locked in a close fight for 8th place. Neotexum climbs to 8th place. Nonstop Gamanin 1000 advances to 10th. Steve Jumper and G-Master the Gamanin 1000 are nose-to-nose for 10th. Maya and Captain Trippy are nose-to-tail for 4th place. Steve Jumper is climbing up to 10th place. G-Master the Gamanin 9000 Steve Jumper are locked in a close fight for 10th. Tangaducky DTV is right behind Maya now, closing the gap by 240 seconds. Neotexum is gaining on Everlasting Apex, chopping down the distance by 1 second. G-Master the Gamanin 1000 is climbing 2 spots, and now sitting in the 9th position. Wow, Simple Markers really sped to the finish line, didn't they? Congratulations on the win. Wow, look at that! Simple Markers just took the victory. Huge congratulations to them. They really showed everyone how it's done today. Can't wait to see if they can keep up this winning streak next time. If I had to pick one of these cars, I'd probably go with the 2021 Chevrolet Camaro. It usually has a bit more agility and a strong grip on twisty tracks like New Jersey Motorsports Park. The Mustang is no slouch, but the Camaro's handling and balance tend to give it an edge in a race on that kind of circuit. So I'd put my money on the Camaro to finish in the top spots. Well, both of these cars are pretty iconic muscle cars, so it's going to be a close one. The Ford Mustang has a bit of a reputation for agility and a smooth ride, which can come in handy on a track like New Jersey Motorsports Park with its twists and turns. On the other hand, the Chevrolet Camaro has a reputation for solid handling and a powerful punch. It really depends on how the AI is set up to utilize their strengths. If I had to make a playful guess, I'd say the Mustang might have a slight edge in agility around those corners, but the Camaro's raw power could give it a boost on the straights. I'm leaning towards the Mustang just because of its track record on circuits that have a lot of curves, but don't count the Camaro out just yet. It's going to be a fun race to watch. Alright folks, the race has just kicked off at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Leading the pack is Bot Titus 61 in a shiny 2021 Ford Mustang, starting right at the front. Let's see if it can hold on to that pole position, or if the competitors will surprise us. Titus 61 has shot off the line to take the lead. Oscar Wolf is hot on their heels in second place. Gangtansiv in 272 is holding steady in third, but don't blink or they might be overtaken. Lin Shake Hot 21 is now in fourth place. T-Bone has moved up to sixth. Kickass Lady X3 and Everlasting Apex are neck and neck for ninth. Globoxel is holding 6th place, so not too bad but still a bit behind the leader. T-Bone is in 7th, so they're close enough to make a move if the opportunity arises. Looks like a tight battle brewing. Gravy Graves just nudged into the 15th place. Scorched Log is right behind, not giving up that spot easily. N-Body Notes is climbing up to 20th, making some moves. Scorched Log is climbing 2 spots to 14th place. N-Body Notes is making a move up 1 spot to 19th place. The Trans Am cars seem to dominate the front with consistent performance, while the TCE class is spread out and struggling to keep pace. The track probably favors the bigger, more powerful Trans Am cars. T-Bone is driving a Chevrolet Camaro and is currently in 7th place. Looks like they're making a steady climb through the field but still have some ground to catch up to the leaders. Everlasting Apex is in a Ford Mustang and is currently in 9th place. Looks like they're holding steady but not making any big moves yet. Wonka Tansiv in 272 is climbing up to 3rd place. Everlasting Apex and Steve Jumper are nose to nose for 8th. Asuroni and Rob Swizzle are locked in a close fight for 16th. Mighty Chunk is racing a 2015 Renault Clio 4 Airscup. Looks like they're a bit off the pace, sitting in the middle of the pack and running significantly slower than the leaders. Kickass Lady X3 is driving a 2021 Ford Mustang, starting in 10th place. She's currently in 5th, holding steady with a quick lap of 1 minute, 7 seconds and 512 milliseconds. Looks like she's making a solid push through the field. Gravy Graves and Scorched Log are nose-to-nose for the 14th spot. N Body Notes is chipping away at Boobot's lead, closing the gap by a second and a half. Gravy Graves just sneaked into the 14th place. N Body Notes is gaining on Boobot, closing the gap with a 1.2 second improvement. Globalos Ale is driving a 2021 Ford Mustang in the Trans Am class. They're currently in 6th place, just ahead of Steve Jumper and behind Wang at 7,272. Their fastest lap is 17.505, so they're holding a decent pace but not quite catching the leaders. Everlasting Apex is driving a Ford Mustang and is currently in 9th place. Their fastest lap is just a bit slower than the leaders, so they're holding a steady pace but not quite catching the front runners yet. N Body Notes just overtook someone to move into the 18th place. Grand Prix and Boobot are nose-to-nose for 19th. Grand Prix just gained a spot and is now in 18th place. N Body Notes is right behind, so expect some serious side-by-side action soon. Wow, Titus 61, you must be thrilled. Congratulations on your win. Looks like all that racing practice paid off. Wow, what an incredible performance by Titus 61. That was some serious driving skills. Congrats on crossing the finish line first, you totally earned it. A fun fact about Indy cars is that they can reach speeds of over 230 miles per hour during a race. That's faster than most people's daily commutes. It's like watching a superhero race on wheels, but with a lot more precision and a lot less cape. Alright, it looks like we're flying blind here. Both drivers are a mystery, driving the same car on this tricky short track. I'd probably go with a random guess and say the driver who's better at keeping their cool under pressure. Since we don't know much about either, I'm just going to say it might come down to a bit of luck. Let's see who surprises us the most. Alright everyone, the race is underway at Grand Valley Speedway short track. Leading the pack early on is the bot Rome Spider in an impressive 2018 Honda IndyCar, starting from pole position. Let's see if they can hold on to that lead. Latinumera is leading the race, followed closely by Rome Spider in second and Zugstakat in third. Looks like a tight battle right from the start. Navling and its Bumblebee are nose to nose for 7th place. Epic Sugar and Matrixco are locked in a fierce fight for 13th. Imus Gordon just sneaked up one spot to 15th. Navling is now in 7th place. Epic Sugar has climbed to 13th. Imus Gordon is in 14th. Looks like everyone's making moves. Yamchubby Panda just nudged into 15th place. Matrixco and Yamchubby Panda are nose to nose for that spot. Unknown Tactics is climbing to 18th. Looks like a little push for position. Rome Spider is holding on to the lead, but Platinumera is right on their tail. Lakaidu and Unknown Tactics are locked in a close fight for the 18th spot. Rome Spider is holding on to the lead, but Platinumera is right on their tail. Gnavling is trying to shake off Silver Beak Gaming, but they're still close. Rusna Palms 6 and Zero Time Alive are swapping positions every corner. It's a real nail-biter. Zugstakat is climbing up to 2nd place. Rome Spider and Zugstakat are nose to tail for 2nd. Chris Gopher and Rome Spider are locked in a close fight for 3rd. The Fots 84 is driving a Chevrolet IndyCar and currently in 6th place. They've got the 3rd fastest lap time overall, so they're pushing hard but still a bit behind the leaders. Zugstakat is holding on to the lead, with Platinumera right behind. Zero Team Alive and its Bumblebee are nose to nose for 8th place. Congratulations to Platinumera on winning the race. Looks like all that practice paid off. Well done. Wow, Platinumera really showed off their skills today. Congratulations on winning the race. You drove like a true champion. Can't wait to see what you do next. If I had to pick one of these cars, I'd probably go with the 1967 Ferrari 312. It's got that classic Ferrari speed and finesse that might just give it the edge on a tight circuit like Dijon-Prenois short. Plus, who wouldn't root for a legendary name? The others might be fun, but Ferrari's racing pedigree tends to shine through in these showdowns. Oh wow, this is quite the throwback showdown. I mean, I've got to give it to Igenate with that classic McLaren. It's a beauty and historically a pretty quick car in its day. But then again, Lamborghini Tube's Honda RS300 is no slouch either, even if it's less iconic. The Honda's lightweight and racing pedigree might give it a sneaky edge on this twisty Dijon-Prenois short track. Honestly, I'd say it's a close call, but I'd lean slightly toward the Honda just because it was built for pure racing agility. Should be fun to watch who outsmarts who in the end. Alright folks, the race kicks off at Dijon-Prenois short. Leading the pack is Bot Tangaducky TTV in a classic 1967 Cooper T81B. Let's see if that vintage beauty can hold on to the front, or if the others will catch up. Necrophantasm has shot off the line into the lead. Tangaducky TTV is holding second, trying to keep up. Yasnin 196 is in third, but expect some early battles to shake things up. The Master Tegaman 9000 just overtook someone to move into third place. Yes 996 and G Master Tegaman 9000 are nose to nose for that third spot. Igenarite and Lamborghini 2 are also locked in a close fight for fifth. Lamborghini 2 just overtook someone to take fourth place. Colnetwi is also climbing up to sixth. Everlasting Apex and Bacho Grande are nose to nose for eighth. Theskies and Relaxview are nose to nose for 10th place. Zerk Gaming Gate just sneaked up one spot to 13. Yechi Swishman 33 and Down to Quest are locked in a fierce fight for 15. Yati Swishman 33 is making a move, climbing 3 spots to 13th place. S. Davin Games is also on the rise, overtaking 3 cars to land in 14th place. Everlasting Apex is inching forward, moving up one spot to 8th place. Down to Quest is driving a BRMP 83, a car known for its distinctive design and challenging handling. Looks like their race is not going too well, sitting in the last spot, and probably struggling to keep up. Tangadaki TTV is now in first place. Gemasta Tigaman in 1000 has climbed to second. Timbogini Tuba is in third. Looks like the top three are swapping positions like it's a game of musical chairs. Down to Quest is closing in on Circuming Gate, cutting the gap by 940 seconds. Everlasting Apex is climbing one spot to 7th. Everlasting Apex and Colmetwi are nose-to-nose for 6th place. Everlasting Apex is climbing to 6th place. Circuming Gate is gaining on Stabigale Quillins, closing the gap by over a second. Colmetwi is driving a Honda R300, starting from 8th place. Their fastest lap is over a second slower than the leader, so it looks like they're struggling to keep up. Colmetwi has just overtaken Igenerite and is now in 6th place. Igenerite is not giving up easily and is trying to retake the position. The battle for 6th place is heating up. Everlasting Apex is dropping back to 16. Baco Grande and Igenerite are nose-to-nose for 7th. JT Swishman 33 is climbing up to 10th. Baco Grande just overtook Igenerite, and now they are side by side for 7th place. This is getting spicy with both pushing hard for that spot. Igenerite is climbing up to 7th place. Down Chalkwist is making a move to 15th. Both are on the push. Stabigale Killens is driving a McLaren M5A and is currently in the 15th position. Their lap time is a bit slower than the leaders, so they might be struggling to keep up. Relaxed View and Baco Grande are nose to tail for 8th place. Yichiswen 33 and Relaxed View are locked in a fierce fight for 9th. Theskis and JT Swishman 33 are battling it out for 10th. Relaxed View is climbing up to 8th place. Theskis is also moving up to 10th. Theskis and Baco Grande are nose to nose for 9th. GT Zwishman 33 and Theskis are nose to tail for 10th place. Circuming Gate is sneaking up to 15. Wow, Tangadaki TTV, you really showed them how it's done. Congratulations on your victory. Wow. Tanga Ducky JTV really pulled off an impressive win. Congratulations on taking the top spot in this crazy AI race. Looks like all those hours of watching racing videos paid off. Can't wait to see if you can keep the streak going in the next race. Alright, here's a fun fact about the 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air. This car is often called an icon of the 1950s, and for good reason. It was one of the first cars to feature a turret-style roof that looked like it was straight out of the jet age. People back then thought it was super futuristic, which is kind of hilarious considering how simple it looks by today's standards. Also, it's got those iconic tail fins that make it look like it's always ready to take off. Classic style, no doubt. Well, with both drivers being pretty much a mystery, this race is shaping up to be a real poker game. Neither of us can really side with experience or skill here. I guess it's going to come down to pure luck or maybe who gets the better start. I'd say whoever manages to stay calm under the pressure and avoid those pesky corners might just have the edge. So, my guess? It's anyone's race, but I'm secretly rooting for the one who surprises us all.